They just won't leave that building. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Real Talk video. I pray y'all are having a wonderful, blessed day as we thank the Most High for so much. This is a response back to you, Brother Mongo. My title once again say they will not leave the building. This video is about so many people who are stuck in tradition and religion, and they won't leave a certain building because, well, my mama went to this church, or my granddaddy started this church, my granddaddy built this church. And it don't matter how much wrong is going on in that building, they're not gonna leave that building. But you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna sit up and gossip and complain about that building every chance they get. And you ask them, well, brother, well, sister, why you keep going back? This was my mama church. My dad still go to this church. See, let me tell you something. When a church get comfortable and any and everything goes on, it's all out of order, that's no church at all. See, I'm not the one to try to tell somebody, you need to leave that building. As you see, my title says they won't leave that building. Because whatever going on is between you and the Most High. But I never encourage nobody to just leave like that, because even Revelation teaches you there are good people in messed up churches. That's what a lot of people don't understand about the book of Revelation. Also, when our Savior started judging the churches, there was good people. He made mention that there was some still in the churches that were still following, the Savior. And sometimes when you tell people, why don't you just leave? Sometimes the Most High have you at a church for a particular reason. And it's not my job to say, well, brother, just get the hell out of that church. That's not my job. But when the Most High lays something in my spirit, I will let people know. And I tell people to discern. But as my title say, once again, they won't leave the building. And it's just amazing to me how just because you grew up in that building, and them same folks got that same hell going on, you still find it that I'm still gonna go. Lady told me the other day, man, I don't even preach the word in that church no more. The word ain't being brought. There's so much mess going on. Well, why are you still going? See, some point in time, you got to check what's wrong with you. Now, there are also good reasons why people leave churches. But for me, the best thing I ever done was got out of a family church. If they know, if they looking at this video right now, they already know I left in 1998 and didn't even look back not one time. Best thing I did was left in 1998. And when I left is when I started advancing on my own. I was able to be creative on my own. I was able to do everything that I wanted to do, but I had to get out of that family type church. See, one thing about a family church is they think they're the only ones that can control everything in there. They want to be the only ones that can teach, the only ones that can preach. They think if they're not there, the show won't go on. Teach, Holy Spirit. And that's sad. There's so many people that sit in the church that can teach, that can pray, that can do this, and they're just down because it's a family church. But as my title once again say, they just won't leave that building. What is it that got a hold on them so hard that they won't leave that building? And every time you talk to them, oh man, they still got their food over there on that organ, man. The choir is still, man, what's such and such still running with me. What's the name still ain't right here in the pulpit, but I'm still going, man. That's my family, man. That's my family. You see how backwards that is? Because one thing for sure, you shouldn't want to miss heaven for nobody. I don't care if it's your mama. If my mama looking at the video, my mama know I love my mama to death. But ain't no way in hell my mama coming for the Most High. If my mama won't still go to the church, that's her business. But JT not going. See, we have that understanding in my family. That's why the people that I talk to, my list is very slim. I had a brother and a sister last week ask me a question about how do you deal with a family church? How do you deal with family when they always want to be traditional and religious, and they don't? I tell them I don't. I do what my Savior done and kept moving, because there are some people that you just can't. They're not going to accept no truth at all. They don't care nothing about the truth. All they're gonna care about is being religious and tradition. When is the next fish fry? You know these little same old activities that go on in churches that have been going on for years. Uh, the next business meet, all this stuff. Like I said in the video the other day, all this stuff haven't gotten nobody nowhere. If you're not moving forward and you continue to stay in the same spot, or you find yourself falling more and more behind, and you keep quoting every time I take 2 steps forward, I got to take 7 steps back. You need to check yourself. And you need to check who you hanging around. Because everybody's not about the Father's business. Don't you know you can bust a lake of fire clean up and through your church building? Yes, I said it. Don't you know everybody that's in the pulpit ain't going to make it? Everybody that's a musician, a deacon, a secretary, or whatever ain't going to make it in. There are a whole lot of people that's doing good in the church, but they doing bad right here. And I mean it out of love. Just because you're doing good deeds don't mean you're a good person. There are a lot of people that do good deeds with the wrong intention, and then they always got to brag about it. See, for me, my title say they won't leave the building, but as for me, JT had to leave the building. I had to leave my family church. I don't care who looking at this video, uncle, cousin, whoever. They all know me and they know how I talk, because I'm the type of dude who don't bite my tongue, and I don't care who's looking at it. That's why I have my own mindset. I speak for me. I go back home. The only time I go back to my home church, 9 times out of 10, it's a funeral. And I ain't there for the one that's laying in the casket. Somebody catch that later. But it's the same people with the same complaints that's been there 30, 40, 50 years, and they still talking about the same thing. And when they come to me, I say, man, I don't even want to hear it. Because you still hear it. Apparently, you love it. But they won't leave the building. Man, they won't let me teach. Man, don't you know that musician over there still? If all that chaos is going on, and you keep talking about, I don't even think God is in that building, why are you going? Why are you going? If the word ain't being bought, are you going to be entertained because the choir sound good? Are you going to be entertained because the preacher can hoop and holler and sing a sermon real good? Or have you really been seeing true conviction in that building? Have you seen people getting delivered? I am delivered. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. But, or do you see people still talking about they rededicating their life back to Christ? See, it's serious what I'm talking about in this building, because when you look at the majority of my race, so many of us been stuck inside of a building playing church for years and years and years, and just being religious and tradition. And traditions of men, let me say. And the Bible plain as they say, the traditions of men makes the word of the Most High void. That's why I got out of tradition. I got out of religion long time ago, years ago. I started focusing on the truth, and I started making my mindset to do better and leave whoever I had to leave alone, which was a lot of people. I left a lot of people alone to be where I'm at right now. And you know what else? I'm going to continue to leave people alone, because I see what the truth is now. And I walk in it. I live in it. I eat, breathe, sleep, and live that word. And if you just read and you're not applying it to your life, if you just studying and you're not adding it to your life, you might as well put the Bible down. Because the key is, can you live it? And I'm going to leave y'all with that. They won't leave the building. It don't matter how bad it is. They won't leave that building, because it's a family church. Y'all have a blessed day.